Jason Aaron and Jim Tao dive into the scarred mind of Doom Supreme as the leader of the Multiversal Masters of Evil tires of Mephisto's games and begins enacting his own plan for the multiverse. Jason Aaron shifts focus onto the all-powerful Doom Supreme, revealing his grotesque and brutal origins as well as his plans for the multiverse outside of being leader of the Multiversal Masters of Evil. The problem here though is this felt like part 1 to an origin reveal, since we only really get half the story. We get to see how this Victor killed himself to gain more power and become the being he is now, but that's really it. There is a lot of untapped potential here, and hopefully Aaron gets to explore it in a coming issue or somewhere else, since what we got was fantastically dark and violent, something which has been a running thing throughout this series. It's been quite brutal seeing all these different characters being tortured, and in this case Doom killing himself and then nailing a Man-Thing to a cross by the head, and really brutal stuff. One thing the issue touches on really well is Doom's vanity, taking it to a whole new level here, as Doom Supreme knows the multiverse will end, thus he's been saving all of the Dooms throughout the multiverse and turning them into copies of him and Doombots that will serve him. Aaron captures the vanity and narcissistic attitude of Doom so well, and I love that he truly believes that he's completely above it all because he is the Supreme Doom. He's not bickering like the other Multiversal Masters of Evil, yet everything he's doing is out of vanity and self-preservation, and it perfectly encapsulates Dr. Doom and why I love the character so much. Jim Town returns for art and captured the violence and brutality of Doom really well, not shying away for some really shocking moments like I talked about before, like a Man-Thing being nailed to a cross via the head and all this brutal stuff like getting his tongue cut out and all that sort of stuff. On top of that, we also got ample moments of cool and unique Doom variants like the Doom Thing and Giant-Sized Doom, as well as Doom the Living Planet, a play on Ego the Living Planet, which was a lot of fun to see. Avengers Forever issue 5 was a bit of a mixed bag when it came to revealing the origin of Doom Supreme, feeling more like the first part of a 2-part plot where we only got half the story. But what we did get was brutal, violent, and an interesting take on Doom's vanity and crave for power, but on a multiversal scale. I'm going to give this issue a 7 out of 10. Avengers Forever issue 5 finds Doom Supreme telling someone not to avert their eyes or he'll pluck them from their heads as he removes his mask, wanting them to see the horror behind every scar so that they can comprehend all he is. On Earth 91, the Man-Thing Avengers are all killed by Doom Supreme and the Multiversal Masters of Evil. Soon only one is left alive, with the Ghost Goblin claiming the Earth for himself. Black Skull knows that this world is his and he should be next in line to rule it. King Killmonger and Kid Thanos both believe they are owed an Earth and its corpses as well, as Doom tells them to leave him out of their squabbles. Killmonger notes how Doom has yet to claim an Earth at all, making the group wonder what games he is playing, wondering if he thinks he's better than the rest of them. Doom knows that he is Doom and he has claimed all that he requires from the world, and the others can pick at their bones until they are satisfied. Later on, Doom talks with a prisoner in his castle, telling the captured being that the Multiversal Masters of Evil all have the power to kill literal gods, but they are also very small and only think in terms of Earths and rewriting timelines. He compares them to a pack of hunting dogs, and he knows between a genius and a pleb, basic communication will eventually begin to break down, which is why he prefers to be alone away from the team and in the company of Dooms. The being in front of him, revealed to be the Doom Thing, knows that once he is freed, Doom will not enjoy his company, but Doom asks why he's threatening the one who saved him from oblivion, since his Earth was rewritten, and had he not saved the Doom from the Earth, he wouldn't exist. The Doom Thing knows that as a Doom, he would have found a way. Doom Supreme shows the Doom his face, wondering if he can see how deep the scars run, boring into the immortal soul and deeper still than any pit in hell or the nether realms. He knows he descended into these black infernos and rose again from them. The Man-Thing looks away, confirming to Doom that he does see them and that he was warned what would happen if he looked away. He calls his guards to him as Doombots arrive, as he says that some Dooms cover their face to hide scars no bigger than a razor nip, poetic, and it seems in a multiverse of possibilities, even the greatest men can be reduced to vanity. He asks Man-Thing what he will find when they remove his mask, so the being says fire, breaking himself free from the bindings as he declares everything burns at the touch of Doom-Thing. He begins melting the Doombots, but discovers they're not actually robots, but other Dooms from other worlds that hung once where he hung, until they saw, and now they will show Doom-Thing the way. Doom orders the being's eyelids to be removed and his head nailed to the cross, as Doom continues his story, telling Doom-Thing about how he lost count of the amount of Earths he has ravaged, and how many Odins and Phoenixes and Agamottos he's killed. He knows it's all irrelevant since an Earth's only importance is to be an incubator for a Doom. He turns the giant-sized Doom from a new Earth to his bidding, as he tells Doom-Thing that he knows why he takes the Dooms, wondering if he can see and tell him how many faces he's wearing. Doom-Thing sees it all and knows Doom Supreme is loved. Doom Supreme knows he is and knows her name was Valeria, and he loved her with all the consuming abandon of a child. He knows she was precious to him even years later when he killed her and forged an armor from her bones, fueled by the power of her sacrifice. Doom-Thing realizes that he's wearing Valeria's skin, but Doom knows not just hers, regaling the thing with how he tortured everyone who ever wronged him, but soon it became monotonous and it wasn't enough, which is when he murdered his world's prehistoric Avengers, but his armor failed him, so in search for more power, he knew what he had to do to get it, so he killed the one thing he truly loved, himself, strangling himself with a set of armor. He knows that there was no greater intimacy and nothing could be more profound than kneeling over one's dead body, feeling the echoes of your own screams. The voice knows that there is no truer solitude or greater love as he obliterates the body, turning it into dust. Doom hopes that Doom-Thing now sees, confessing that he has been wondering what it is like to be seen without someone having to die. Doom-Thing tells him to stop, so Doom sends his guards after the being, causing Doom-Thing to fall under his command. Doom drops a knife, telling Doom-Thing to remove his own tongue and then clean up the mess. The Doom-Thing does as he is told, cutting his tongue from his head as Doom looks over his army of Dooms hanging on meat hooks, knowing that killing of the prehistoric heroes and the bickering of Earths in the name of Mephisto will continue, but Doom knows that there is a flood coming to wash away the works of man, and it is why he has been saving the Dooms, knowing what he is doing is the salvation of all Dooms, from the Doom-Thing to the giant-sized Doom and even other Dooms throughout the multiverse, and even once lost Dooms. The voice talking is revealed to actually belong to Doom, the living planet, as it says that he once too looked at the face of the fiercest Doom ever, the only Doom capable of breaking other Dooms to become the Doom of Dooms.